G'day everybody, it's Craig here from Trade with Precision with another free weekly newsletter for the 14th of May. And look, I'm just going to have a look through some of the charts that I really like at the moment. There's a number of them out there, so I'm not going to go through every single one to stop the video from being too long, but I'm going to point you in the direction of some of the pairs that I really like the look of currently, and Aussie against the dollar is certainly one of those. Now, for quite some time we've been talking about Aussie. Have a look down here, we see these lower highs coming in. It's broken down through this level of support, which is evident here on the weekly chart. You can see here we had a very strong level of support and resistance over here, test, and it's been in a channel for quite some time. Now we've broken down, we've got a lower high here and a high here, lower low, followed through here, and we're below the level of parity, which is this line that's marked in right now. Coming down to the daily, you can see this selling momentum has continued very strong, and we continue to try parity and fail parity. Now I am looking for opportunities to get short, whether it be on the daily time frame or lower time frames. I'm not too concerned. I am looking, however, to enter Aussie short. Now you can check any Aussie pair currently and see if there's opportunities to short the Aussie against that of other currencies, and you'll see that there are quite a few good trends emerging there, with Aussie weakness being the theme. Now I'm not sure about whereabouts in the world you're watching this, but certainly in Australia there's been a lot of talk for quite some time about the fact that the Australian dollar needs to be weaker to help us and blah 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 blah. Now we never really pay much attention to what anybody's saying, especially politicians, because generally they've either said it too late or it's just talk. We don't really care whether it's a well-known trader or whether it's a politician or somebody at an investment bank. We focus on what the charts are telling us. Now this is interesting, however, because now we've got all the people that have been talking about this occurring. It's actually happening. So we've got the charts agreeing with it, as well as having the talk also in its favour. Now that doesn't mean to race out and go and short the Australian dollar. It means to be patient and wait for opportunities to sell the Australian dollar with perfect trading strategies and setup. So Aussie dollar is the first one I wanted to look at. There's a number of yens that are in very good trends also, but sterling yen is the one that I really like the most. The weekly is still in a very strong uptrend here, showing no signs of weakness at this point. No real strong resistance in the way. We've actually broken through all of our levels of resistance, or significant levels, and we're just sort of floating along quite nicely until up to around, I guess this, around 160 would be an area that we may see some support or some resistance up there, but nothing too much at the moment. The daily right now, look, we've got a beautiful uptrend, moves into the buy zone, moves away, into the buy zone, moves away, into the buy zone, moves away. Guess what I'm waiting for, correct? Into the buy zone, give me a bullish candle and to move away. That's the kind of thing that I'm looking at here on sterling yen, patiently waiting, see if we get that opportunity. A number of other yens are also trending quite well. Sterling, again, the same topic, sterling CAD. A pair that I haven't talked about, or a cross I haven't talked about for quite some time. However, it has come back onto my radar, and this is the reason why. We've got a lower high, followed by we've got a lower high, followed by another lower high. We've also got a low here, followed by a lower low. We're downtrending. We've got the moving averages fanning quite nice. We've pulled back into the sell zone, and we're now moving and looking very bearish. Now coming down here once more, looking at this level on the GBP CAD on the weekly. Here's our lower high. Here's our lower high. Here's our lower low. Back into this, in and around this sell zone. Red candles breaking down. It does look very bearish. Now keep in mind that we are at this level. It is a significant level of support. If we can break down through there, the next level to really reach is down at these old lows here. Below that, really, there's no telling where this could actually go. But currently, I am keeping it in mind and looking for opportunities to get short on the lower time frame. The daily being, we also have a high, lower high here and a lower low. So we are looking quite bearish there. I'll be doing things like coming down onto my low swing, okay, or my mid time frames, and looking for things like this, where price pulls back up into the sell zone, small red candle, giving you an opportunity to enter and move away. I'm currently stalking a trade on this, seeing if we can get a small red candle in the sell zone, and if I do get everything that fits my strategy, I'll be very much inclined to take a trade on sterling CAD. On to another one of the CAD pairs, and it's going to be Aussie CAD, being that we talked about Australian dollar weakness. And let's have a look here. The weekly looking very bearish right now. A slight lower high put in, and then just a solid 4 or 5. We're on our 5th week of selling pressure right now. On the daily, it just looks like a waterfall. It's just been selling. Obviously a strong a strong Canadian dollar, strong loonie, and a weak Australian dollar has obviously, made this a very nice move lower. Now it does look due for a pullback, but as we see, this trend just keeps on going. So if it keeps on giving you opportunities, I'm going to keep on trading it, and that's exactly what I'm looking to do at the moment. Let's come and have a look at the 8-hour time frame just to show you again. When we talk about the sell zone, small red candle, move away, sell zone, small red candle, move away, sell zone, moves away, sell zone, moves away. If we get back up into that sell zone and I get my strategy working out perfectly like I only trade, then I will be waiting and looking for opportunities to get short once more. So that's the FX pairs. Now let's go into some of these index markets, because they have probably been the best trends all year. Okay, index markets have been very, very good, not only all year, but for the last few years. Index markets have provided us, index and stock markets have provided us with some phenomenal opportunities. Same strategy, same rules apply, but phenomenal trends have been occurring. And as you can see here, we're at all-time highs here on the Dow. Monthly continually looking strong, as is the weekly, and the daily keeps pulling back into the buy zone, move away, into the buy zone, move away. Now we're looking for something similar right here. So the Dow looks very strong still, no signs of weakness really coming in. Coming across here and having a look at the Russell once again, the monthly looks strong, the weekly looks strong, the daily looks strong. They all look very strong. Pull back into the buy zone, looking for opportunities to move away. The NQ, looking at some of these tech stocks, the Nasdaq, having a look here once again, very, very strong. Have a look at this chart on the daily, and beautiful move away. It's been sort of the messiest out of the lot recently, in recent months, but now it's moving away very, very nicely. And last but not least, the ES, the S&P 500. Also in a phenomenal uptrend, steaming on, very strong, very worthy of buying opportunity. Now why am I showing you these index markets? Well, I don't just trade the index markets themselves, I also look to trade stock markets. Now in times when we have index markets trending as good as we do right now, we've got to remember what creates these index trends. It's the stocks that make the index itself. So the S&P 500, the largest 500 stocks, the Russell 2000, the 2000 stocks, the Dow 30, the industrials, the Nasdaq, you get the picture. They're made up of groups of stocks. Now if we've got an index powering on and being so bullish and strong as we do now across the board of all US index markets, and in fact a lot of global index markets, then it's the stocks that are the real shining lights within those indexes. Now, we don't talk an awful lot about trading stocks, because for me to go through and do a full scan of stocks all the time for these newsletters, it would take an awful long period of time. Now, we do trade stocks. Our strategies allow you to trade any market in any time frame, and that does include stocks. Now, I know a lot of our team have been doing extremely well through trading stocks over the last few years, and this year particularly, because it has been incredibly strong and bullish across a lot of those different index markets. So what we're going to do is this week, we're doing a webinar based on stock trading. Now for those of you who trade stocks, great, worthwhile checking it out. For those of you who do not trade stocks, then certainly it is a very, very good time to come in and learn a bit more about trading stock markets and how we actually do it. Now all you need to do to take advantage of this is really come to this website here, tradewithprecision.com/free webinars. The link is on the bottom of this video or in the email that we sent you. You can see here you can register by clicking on register now. You've also got options down here to watch the archived webinars. These are all recorded webinars that you can watch whenever it suits you. The next webinar will be tomorrow night, Wednesday the 15th of May, 8 p.m. Sydney. That's 6 a.m. New York, 11 a.m. London, 8 p.m. Sydney, and 10 p.m. Auckland. And you can see what we're going to be looking to cover here. It's going to be about how to take advantage of these current stock trends with your trading, and understanding if stock trading is in fact for you, what markets you should be trading, how you can trade them, and 3 simple scanning techniques to dramatically reduce your screen time. So guys, it's a free webinar. It's going to be about an hour in duration, and I do urge you, watch the webinar, check us out, ask me any questions at 8 p.m. Sydney time tomorrow, the 15th of May. I hope you have a fantastic trading week. I hope to see a number of you on that particular webinar. Don't forget, we are running our last ever live courses in London at the start of June and in Auckland at the end of June. If you want more information on that, please either register for a one-on-one or send an email to info@tradewithprecision.com, and we'll contact you and give you the details. Have a fantastic trading week, guys. Take care. Bye for now.